Happy Sunday, beautiful souls, wherever you are on this phenomenal planet. It is time for Shift Your Thinking Daily, where we transform our inner experience to a phenomenal outer experience for now. 10 minutes of our day to do it together. All right, let's take a couple deep breaths. I know I need it to move the energy around, open up our chakras, and release any tension we've been carrying thus far. Follow me. Breathe in and out. One more. Breathe in and out. Woo! Say hi, say hello, drop a comment down below. If you're new to me, welcome. My name's Lisa Puerto, also known as Super Agent. I'm international speaker, public educator, and author of many books, co-creator of many things. You can learn more by visiting the link up here, which is the link tree. There's a couple webinars, workshops, and even my first conference happening. Would love to connect with you and see you on the other side of those presentations. And turn on the notifications here. That way you don't miss any new episodes as they're uploaded. I want to say thank you for those of you who are rocking with me, supporting me, and more importantly, spending 10 minutes of your 24 hours with me. Really appreciate you. Also, shout out to radio podcast listeners, those who have been tuning in on the radio podcast. Keyword Ready Set Real Estate or LA Super Agent. We're available at Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Anchor, Breaker, Castbox. And if you have a radio podcast platform that you've been listening to and you see that I'm not there, please let me know and I'll be sure to make sure our team gets us uploaded on that platform. All right. I am captioning this section, by the way. We are continuing our series from Dean Del Sesto's 200 Ways to Improve Our Lives, Shift Your Thinking. And I'm captioning this episode 124, White Lies. White Lies. All right. I think this is going to be a good one. Put some things in perspective for us, right? This will be a good one. Put some things into perspective. Okay. I'm in the section where he says people speak truth in percentages. He says, little white lies. Drop in the comments below, white lies. Tragically, the only thing little about those little lies is the person delivering them. He says, but we can't really be 100% honest. But can we? He asks, can we really be 100% honest? I can only imagine a world where everyone said what they thought at full volume in full color, regardless of who was present. Could you imagine a whole bunch of people would be butthurt? Bottom line, everybody be butthurt. Amusing to say the least, refreshing. I don't fall victim to this. It's one of the things of my personality. I have a blunt personality. I don't sugarcoat things. I have children that I don't sugarcoat things with. So they're new to me, right? They're new to this world and they're learning me as I'm learning them. And they will find that as much as I love them, I don't sugarcoat. I'm going to tell you like it is. So the author says, amusing to say the least, refreshing, probably so as long as there was a sensitivity to share the truth in a way that would be received by the audience. But that kind of truth is rare, because it comes at the price of someone bold enough to take the heat, deal with the repercussions, or engage in debate, which oftentimes I find that, right? Which is why in terms of debate, I'm not going to be a right fighter. I'm okay with taking the heat because I'm a fire sign anyway, so I'm good. I got my hoodie on for that today anyway. And he says, repercussions, yeah, I end up dealing with repercussions. There are some people that may not resonate with me or connect with me, and that's perfectly fine because I've always thought I would only want people connected with me that really genuinely know me. Like I can be who I am and you still rock with me and connect with me because you can trust me to be who I am. Think about that. I noticed on these last videos, I'm asking you to think about this stuff a lot more. I'm like, think about that. He says, and yet refined truth, drop in the comments, refined truth telling, drop in the comments, refined truth telling makes truth tellers valuable assets in society and relationships. Absolutely. If it's not how you say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because I find that in the things that I've expressed and shared in, topics that are really sensitive, hardcore, raw, uncut, no fluff type of thing, it's not what I'm saying, it's how I'm saying it. So I'm saying it in a very loving way, a genuine way, a respectful way. And I am empowering you to make that decision whether you want to continue to listen on. I mean, you can easily click away if it doesn't resonate, the saying, right? If it doesn't apply, let it fly type of thing. That's how I feel about it. But as with human nature, even truth tellers deliver honesty, he says, in percentages and are at a level of truth during every conversation from 100% down to 0%. They just happen to be comfortable at higher levels of authenticity than most. I can see that. Yeah. He says, based on our comfort level, drop in the comments below, comfort level, my comfort level, the importance of the situation, and our own willingness to be transparent, we can be so ingrained in manipulating truth that even we begin to buy into our subtle deceptions. He says, unfortunately, our memory is rarely good enough to keep track of all those small, quote unquote, fabrications of truth. That's why storytellers, the technique of storytelling is just really amazing. It's how do you engage in storytelling? How do you gauge people without having to be over exaggerating the truth? And we covered that in one of the last episodes. He says, on the flip side, people of solid character are willing to consistently risk high levels of honesty to drive realization, transformation, and progress. Drop in the comments below consistency. Consistency. But he says you can't always just vomit truth. I like that. I remembered he mentioned that almost 50, 60 episodes ago. We talked about verbal vomit, and I've been borrowing that from him, verbal vomit, and vomit truth now. Certain truth must be delivered with grace. Drop in the comments below, grace. Compassion, type in compassion, and care, drop in care. He says truth will always bring value when one reflects deeply on when, where, and how it will be received. All right. With that being said, I really appreciate when it's short, sweet, and powerful. Sometimes the messages go a little bit longer and I don't get to really, like the last message was cut off abruptly. I was like, yo, it was good for me. Just, I'll ask you the question at the end. For this, however, let's take a moment. Join me today within whatever hours you have left today and think about how you can identify expressing yourself in a way of truth, compassion, and care. And you don't have to risk sugarcoating, trying to sugarcoat it so that someone else feels better about what you have to say. So it's you finding that, I want to say, I don't really like to use the word balance, but you finding what's comfortable. We use that, right? My comfort level. Identify what is your comfort level in expressing yourself when you are being asked to share advice, asked to share opinion, or even suggestions. All right, with that being said, I love you, love you, love you. I will see you tomorrow as we continue Shift Your Thinking Daily. Bye.